Hello. Welcome back to Midnight Kitchen. Today I'll be sharing with you all our favorite places to eat, more specifically Asian food. The options are endless when it comes to Asian food in the Seattle and Greater Seattle area. There are so many restaurants we want to recommend, so let's start with part 1. The first place we'll be talking about is Kabuta and Okami in the Redmond area. This is their second restaurant. I was beyond thrilled when I saw that there was a new Japanese-style cutlet or a katsu restaurant opening up in Redmond. A good katsu is a challenging preparation. Not only do you want a crispy, light coating, you also want a pork that is tender, juicy, and not overcooked. Unfortunately, many of the restaurants serving up katsu these days are thin. Why? Because it's easy and fast to cut through, and it's cheaper as well. To avoid serving you raw pork, they overcook this katsu, so the outside is over fried and extra crispy, but at the same time you get a dried piece of pork. Or it's either over seasoned, so it's been marinated for days in a refrigerator, or it's no flavor. A good piece of katsu is all about a good piece of pork. The ingredients matters a lot in this dish. Oil temperature is essential. The outside has to be crispy, yet the interior is cooked through just enough as if it was still sous vide. You want to taste the sweetness of the pork juices, not gaminess. And at the same time, you don't want it to be over marinated with things like 5-spice, salt and pepper, etc. It has to be minimally marinated, but at the same time, you can still taste the flavor of the good quality cut of pork. I want to recommend one of my new favorites, Rainier Restaurant and Barbecue. If you're a fan of seafood, you're gonna love this place. Not only do they use fresh preparations, but the method in which they go about it and all of the flavors are very authentic and very much a homemade approach. Their menu is massive, so much to explore, and we have only scratched the surface level. The crispy catfish is one of our favorites. It's on the expensive end, but you are getting a fresh fish. The exterior is crispy, but at the same time, the fish is cooked through and just right, not at all overcooked. We love the condiments from the crispy peanuts, as well as the herbs and pickles. Definitely that elevated and lightened up the whole flavor profiles. To enjoy, dunk a dry sheet of rice paper into water briefly for a couple of seconds, and then it's ready to be wrapped. This is very much a pick-your-own-adventure type of meal. Add a little fish, add some vermicelli noodles, add a little pickles and salad. It's all up to you. If you're a seafood fan, make sure you try the other items, such as the razor clams and also catfish stew. This fish is large in size, but perfect for a shared meal. Next, we head to The Boat in Seattle to try out some innovative Vietnamese food. Their menu is specialized fried chicken. More specifically, they focus on garlic fried chicken, either with a very flavorful savory rice, a egg noodle, or chicken by itself. Specialized menus are rare, but I can see why they're so popular. Chicken and rice is a classic. You find it in Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, and many other Asian countries. Imagine cooking up your rice with a savory chicken-forward broth. That means that every grain of rice will pick up that chicken flavor. They're famous for their pink pineapple and pandan waffle. Here you see a half and half. For me, the highlight is that coconut puff. Imagine a very salty, savory whipped cream on top of these waffles. If fried chicken and waffles is not your thing, check out some innovative yet authentic Vietnamese food at Pho Bok next door. There are so many items on the Pho Bok menu. There's something for everyone. Everyone goes for the beef rib pho, but for us, we love the smoked beef brisket. If you've been following Midnight Kitchen, you know we love a good banh mi. There are so many cafes and restaurants serving up amazing banh mi in the Seattle and Greater Seattle area. We've tried ordering the same type of banh mi from multiple restaurants and cafes to see who has the best. We've only scratched the surface. There's so many hidden gems out there that we're excited to try next. Imagine a light, fluffy, crispy French baguette, semi-hollowed out and filled with various meats and also herbs for crunch. The pickled carrots and daikon add that acidity you need to lighten up the sandwich. It is crispy, crunchy, yet sweet and sour. Oh man, so addictive. We've tried a variety of banh mi sandwich shops in the Seattle area, from Seattle Deli to Lanho Bakery. They're all very different. It is very much dependent on your taste. What do you value? Is it the bun to meat ratio? Is it the acid from all the pickled daikons and carrots? Is it the pate mayo and the amount of that mayo umami? It's very much dependent on your taste and preference. The combinations are just endless when it comes to banh mi's.
Yep, thank you.
I'm a big fan of food truck to brick-and-mortar success stories. I remember having them for the first time and I was just blown away by how well prepared everything was. Just like katsu, karaage is just as challenging. The ultimate goal is a satisfying, crunchy exterior, but at the same time, you want moist and juicy chicken. Unlike the katsu we talked about earlier, the karaage uses mostly chicken thighs, so it's a lot more juicy and often more well marinated compared to a katsu. We love Thai food at Midnight Kitchen, and one of our family favorites is Nibbana. Their original location is in downtown Bellevue, and their newest one is in the Landing in the Renton area. I've tried so many of their appetizers, main entrees, and also chef specialties, and have several to recommend. We've tried so many of their items, but love that duck curry. In addition, they do a great crying tiger, which is a seared steak along with some sticky rice and papaya salad. If you like fried food, you must try their rock the boat, which is a seafood appetizer. Honestly, we've not had a bad dish there. Everything from the most basic pakimao, pad thai to curries have been really exceptionally well done. During the pandemic, we ordered from Nibbana all the time. We were impressed with the portion size. The flavors actually tasted as if we were eating at the restaurant, and they did not mark up their price even for delivery. Have you been to these restaurants? If so, tell me which one you like the best. Any recommendations in the Seattle and Greater Seattle area? There are so many restaurants I want to recommend and talk about next. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.